I have been around these kinds of issues too long as a person on the left, a liberal, and I have very little hope about how one can undermine the entrenched economic interests of those who are the haves. I don't know a model that is comfortable, that seems to work, and I guess I had less faith one riot or one action at a time that we're going to do anything global. Yes, the essence of her response was think globally, act locally, in a sense. Do your local organization, water here, water there, water somewhere else. And I have not seen that works. I just don't feel like that's working. What I actually believe I see is that the agenda of all of those folks she brought together as a single group name has been to undo the New Deal both in this country and in the world, and that they're being successful. And in general, I see that people who have power don't tend to be altruistic and like to give it up, and people who have money don't tend to be altruistic and tend to give it up. So I find it very hard to be optimistic. As I said in my class just Tuesday, the single greatest medical advance in human history has been clean water and sanitation, more than all the antibiotics combined. It takes no new technology to bring that to everybody on Earth. And yet even the UN, it said they hope by 2015 to cut the number from 30% of the people, it's actually a little higher, whatever it is, to 15% of the people on Earth who don't have clean water. You could do it overnight. There's no magic to it. We don't do it. So I'm too old, right? I don't have the optimism of youth anymore.
But Mark, you're a professor. I'm a professor. Antonia is a scholar. You must believe that something happens when we exchange knowledge.
No. Oh, I believe that knowledge is power and something happens when we exchange knowledge. I also know that the truth is what people think it is, not what it is. And so that 50% of the students who have taken a freshman biology class at a typical US university do not believe in evolution. Now, they've been given the knowledge, they've been given the information, they don't want to believe it for other reasons, they don't believe it. So, yes, knowledge is power, but I see the way in which the information gets subverted. People hear it the way they want to hear it, they see it the way they want to see it, and I'm slowly losing my hope in the electorate.
Is there any good from Antonia's book?
I have to read it.
From what she said is in
From what she said, yes. And I certainly accept the idea that individual acts of, or incidents, neither is the right word, of activism, individual incidences of activism, can bring about local change. I worry about how many of those are needed, how many of those will succeed, how many will be subverted 5 years from now. Somebody once said, the poor are always with us. There's a good reason for that. That's because people want them to be in, and et cetera, et cetera. So if there's any hope that this is the way to do it, I'm probably a little too jaded at this point in my life